Before me and KD went to Brooklyn, me, KD, and DJ, right? Literally on the hour when free agency started, I hadn't met with the Nets front office one time. I didn't meet with the GM one time, the assistant GM one time. Literally, when I look back at that decision, I'm like, man, I should have taken some more time to delegate and figure out what's best for me. You know, KD had just tore his Achilles in the finals. Me and him were, planning on doing things to go to Brooklyn, right? I don't know any of you guys that would still stick it out with one of your friends that tears their Achilles. I'm that dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not about to leave K out there after a torn Achilles and be like, nah, fuck that. We not going to play together anymore. I waited for my brother to get healthy. You know what I'm saying? And now Brooklyn, I wish that we got a chance to get to know them beforehand because they wasn't fucking with me like that. You know? And that's just me. That's my perspective. That's my perspective. Now, did they want me on the team? Sure. You can say that. But Kenny Atkinson wasn't fucking with me like that, bro. Nets didn't want me like that. They wanted K. And that's my vantage point, right? This is the information that I gathered after I left. And again, this is not about Brooklyn. It's just about business. I wish I would have handled the business better and got a chance to know them first. Ask them questions. Hey, what's the future like? Instead of just committing blindly and thinking that, hey, we about to come in here and just do X, Y, and Z. Right? I didn't have much power going in there. I couldn't say who we could get and who we could not get. I couldn't hire the coach, or if we, you guys knew my opinion on the head coach at the time, right? It wasn't perfect, but it was very immature. Right? I was very immature at that point. I was I'm 27, 28. I'm leaving Boston, feeling good about going back home. I'm hype. You know what I'm saying? I'm signing. You know what I mean? I left my management company, went to Rock Nation at that point. Ended up leaving Rock Nation 2 years after that. I signed with them. You know what I'm saying? Like it just, a lot of changes were going on. I had teammates, I had friendship changes, but I'm gonna get back to the point, right? When I was in Brooklyn, I just look back at that business decision like, yo, get to know the front office before you make any decision. You know, it's just, it's yeah. Now, there was a lot happening, you guys. Trust me. A lot of tentacles in the brand, y'all. I don't have that anymore. I'm grateful, but it was a lot of involvement, and I had too many cooks in the kitchen, and that was my fault, right? Shout out to everybody and the Nets organization. This is not anything personally against you, my old management company, Rock, anybody. This is not. It's just me taking accountability for where I was at that point, not knowing exactly what I wanted, and then also just kind of moving just like casual and just carefree. I own my faults. I take my accountability for that, y'all. This is not on them. It's just I would have taken a different approach at this age, or even if I knew better, right? I was doing the best I could, but now I know better. Would never go into a business situation without getting a chance to know who owns the team, who's doing what, asking questions. I will never do that. I will never have anybody that comes close to me and my little brothers that I'm raising up, my little sister raising up. Like, don't just go into business without asking any of those questions. Get to know who these individuals are and really operate on that high level frequency space. Okay. No, I got you. My bad. I got you. My bad. I will save a lot of this stuff, right, for my doc, but I will leave it at that, right, in terms of just I take my accountability for how this may have come off, probably to not only Kay and Steve, but to everybody else.